Well, I'm on my way over to the Meadows. There's supposed to be a ton of rain coming. My favorite, right around zero. Maybe we could lock out freezing rain. That'd be awesome. Going to be a nasty night at Northfield Park, and it's not going to be a great day at the Meadows. With the weather coming and all the horses we had to train, I wanted to make sure I got a clear look at everybody today, because more than likely I'm going to have tomorrow off. Kids will likely have tomorrow off school here. It's supposed to snow, then switch to rain all night, then switch to freezing rain for the latter part of the late overnight, and then into the morning dissipate, switch back to rain and dissipate. So if I was to guess, I would say there'll be no school tomorrow for the kids, and I'm not sure what state the track will be in. The main track is closed tomorrow. They've already said they're closing it. With the snow coming overnight, it's going to be, and then switching to rain, that's just nasty. So we'll see what takes place over the next 24 hours, but the last 5 hours was very, very important for me. Want to make sure we get everybody trained up. It was a little cool, it was a little windy. Maybe my predictions for speed for a couple of these horses were a little lofty. One horse I threw into the mix dancing by myself, just got off the trailer yesterday. I had no idea, I hadn't seen him in a while, just what I saw, same as you, what, Mohawk. How would he get over Northfield Park? No idea. Turns out he get over it very good. So we'll get right into it. The sets, for those of you, again, cheating at home, looking at our training set list, as I said, it was very fluid. We had a couple of additions. We moved some sets around, and Jason had set out a little more cleaner, polished list for today where people could train and warm up in between fluidly. That's exactly what we did. The first set when I got there was actually further down here. It was Amy and I went with Grand Slam Dio and Memento Mori. They were both very, very good. Happy with the way both trained. Backed them up today. Just a mile and a half today. I trained Grand Slam Dio very hard on, what day is today? It is Wednesday today, so Friday. I trained her very hard on Friday. She didn't need to go back hard at all. My intention was to go easy today, Friday or Saturday, go a mile. Again, not like 2.3, 2.5. Have her sharp and very strong going through the mile and going through the wire. And if she trains as good as I'd hope, there's a potential of her qualifying next Thursday morning. They've moved them now. Today they qualify. 3-Point Blue Chip qualifies Wednesday afternoon, which will be rainy. And they qualify next Thursday. They moved to Thursday mornings after that. So next Thursday morning, you very likely could see a couple of horses qualify. We'll get right to it. Grand Slam Dio, Memento Mori trained very, very good. Then I think we went with the bigger set after that. Yeah, Arrowhead, Hanover, Aunt Lily, Freedom Hill, Gorgeous Package, Mountaineer Prince, Fire and Shine. I went with Freedom Hill. I saw her go a couple of times, so I wanted to go with her myself. She was full of herself today. Now we had backed them up, went a mile and a half again, really scooted the last 3/8 of the mile. Aunt Lily I won the set with Freedom Hill. Right beside me, finishing up was Gorgeous Package. Right in behind me was Aunt Lily. Mountaineer Prince was on the front, made a break coming to the half. We'll talk about him in just a moment. Made a break coming to the half. He trained again afterwards. Fire and Shine was right there also in Arrowhead, Hanover. All remaining 5 horses were right together. All trained well. Now, I'll likely go back in 2.6 again Saturday with Arrowhead, Hanover. Aunt Lily will train her up also. I only really want to have these guys ready to go first part of March. Gorgeous Package, same type of thing. And Fire and Shine, she's ready to go also. So, and likely qualifying next Thursday. Truth be told, I think she likely will. So now we're looking at a good 3 or 4 horses that may be qualifying next Thursday, and some of them were in that set. Freedom Hill was very, very, very strong. Freedom Hill was very strong. So was Gorgeous Package. First over the last half, or last 3/8 anyway of the mile. Everybody was good in there. Now, the most anticipated set of the entire day came up next. We put the hobbles on Mountaineer Prince. He went a mile in 2.4, 2.5. But he's got a lot of work to do. With that break earlier on in the day, wasn't very enthused with the way. I don't like to see that. When you're making breaks in the middle of straightaways, I'm going to tell you who makes breaks in the middle of straightaways for no reason. Now, they could be interfering, which we can work on. But the worst of the worst, and horses that are sore or interfering. Those are the ones that make breaks right in the middle of the straightaways for no particular reason. Now, we've had horses that will. Rosetta made a break in the straightaway, but she interferes behind. Mountaineer Prince does not strike me as a horse that interferes that much, and for him to make a break in the middle of the straightaway that way, just all it did was put him in the penalty box. He'll be working hard today, and he'll be working hard again on Saturday, and they're over and over and over until he gets it right. But he will get it right at some point. He's way too fluid-gated to be making silly mistakes in the middle of the straightaways like that. The speed is there, the strength is there, and you just got to put the mental side of it together. And I'm going to tell you what, he's going to be a very strong puppy come March 1st. I can tell you that. So I was happy with the horses in that set. Came back with Mountaineer Prince, Dancing by Myself, Leggy, Melisandre, and Mountaineer Prince. Now, I had said I'd like to go in 2-3. I'm thinking as I go on the track, a little lofty. Cool wind. Track isn't awesome. It's good. Plenty trainable, but perfect? No. We go out of there, and Mountaineer Prince cut it out for a bit. Leggy took over coming to the half. Now, we were going to enter Leggy. We actually took her back out of the box. Her training mile was a bit flat, quite frankly. Jason wanted to have another look at her blood. She was good, but not, hey, let's put this filly in and race her good. But I'll tell you who was good. Dancing by Myself was awesome. Half in 102 and 3, 102 and 4. Cleared to the lead. I came behind him, dropped in the 2-hole down the backstretch. We went a mile in 2, 2 and 1, and we were right there together. Noses apart. Dancing by Myself and Melisandre. Both trained very, very strong today. Leggy was a little bit weak, and Mountaineer Prince a little bit weak, but understandably, and that will change very soon. So those two horses are likely in a position. Well, Dancing by Myself trained so good, we entered him for Tuesday. I didn't really know what would happen. You guys know when he came over here, it was going to be start doing your job right, or you're going to leave, and that's pretty much how it was. And today was a big deal for him because it changed our entire focus. It went from here's an exit strategy over here, and here's racing over here. We didn't know whether we were at a fork in the road with this guy. Are we going to continue to pour resources and time into getting him around and cleaning him up when it just appears that we're up against a hurdle that he can't go through or go around? Or would it be the altar? Would he move past that hurdle? Would he look better trained? The fact that he looked bumpy at Mohawk and only went a mile in 2-2 had me concerned. The track was not great the last 2 times he raced, so didn't qualify. So I didn't know what to think. I can tell you one thing, that is as good as I've ever seen Dancing by Myself. I have no idea where he's going to start and end. I have no idea what he's going to do next week. All I can tell you is what he did today, and that was trained very, very good. Tyler went with him. I went with Melisandre. Both fillies were very, very strong. We trained Captain Incredible, Gaslight Hall, and Grand Old Chap together. Last mile in 2:33. I wanted to back up Captain Incredible a bit. And Gaslight Hall, he was a little flat in his last training, but it was only his second training back, so I guess that's unfair to say. But he trained good today. Him and Captain Incredible were right there together. I was about 2 lengths behind them. They really stepped on it the last 8th, and Chap hasn't seen that kind of speed before. He was looking for it. I just kept him together and held him at it. He looks totally different. And it's unfair to you because you haven't seen, all the time we've been training Chap, you haven't got to see Grand Old Chap, so you don't get to see the visual difference in what he's doing and how he's doing it. He looks like a racehorse now. So that's a huge improvement from where he was before. Now, albeit it was a 2:33 mile, he trotted a mile in 2:34 almost, but he looked like he understood his work and was able to put it all together properly. So that was important. So another good training trip for them. I'm a Trucker and Jim Baree trained together. We went a mile in 2:09, last half in 102 with both those horses. Jim Baree beat me handily. Eric coasted by me and just kind of wrapped her up going through the wire. But she looked very, very strong in training. And I'm a Trucker, another good mile. Second mile in his life, sub 2:10. So he's getting there. We just need to keep working on him. He's got bars on behind. If we could slide those bars off and just swap them out for aluminums, and he could trot with those on, I think we'd be cooking with gas. And that's exactly what we're going to try and do. Enos is there today. He was going to take those bars off, just hang them on his door in case he's not quite as good the next time we train him with the aluminums on. But throw a set of aluminums on him and see how he is. I think he'll be fine. Rosetta and Westland Warrior trained at 1.5 miles today. Rosetta is Indigo Saturday. Westland Warrior is going to be training hard on Saturday. So 2 good miles from them also. 2, 5, 7, 9, 10, 13. We had 19 horses trained today. And not one horse disappointed. You know, the break for Mountaineer Prince, we've seen that before. Enough's enough. Now he's going to work his butt off. He will stop making silly breaks in silly places, and I can assure you of that, because I'm going to work him until he puts it all together. So he's got a pretty strong dance card coming over the next 14 to 20 days. He's going to work exceedingly hard until he gets it right, and I suspect that will come in the very near future. He's grown up, he's filled out, he's put muscle on, he looks good. I expect him to do his work well. Everybody else in that set was good, very good. Melisandre was, now keep in mind, Dancing by Myself and Leggy, these horses were racing, right? Dancing by Myself racing, qualifying, training. Leggy, a little bit under the weather, her blood was still a little screwed up, obviously, but had been racing. Melisandre's never raced a day in her life. Qualified once, never raced. And for her to train down and look as good as she did today, 2-2 over that track, last half at 59 apiece. Now, I'm not rushing to scramble around and change her staking or anything, but I will tell you this much, impressed. I was very, very impressed with Melisandre. Not just her mile, which was impressive in itself, but her work ethic, her attitude, her understanding of what her job is. She was good today, and I was really happy with the way she went. So she will likely qualify. So where does that leave us? What's the chalkboard look like? Fire and Shine will likely qualify next Thursday. I don't think there's a need to qualify anybody else just yet. Fire and Shine will likely qualify. Melisandre will likely qualify. Leggy, hopefully we get her blood back, get her squared away, and race her next week. Otherwise, she's going to need one more week. Dancing by Myself is going to race next week also. None of those horses will. I'm a trucker. I'd like to train him a couple of more stiff miles before we try and qualify him. You may see Jimboree in the qualify depending on how she trains on Saturday. Grand Slam Dio. You may see Grand Slam Dio in the qualify depending on how she trains on Saturday. We may have as many as 5 horses, and Westland Warrior 6. We may have as many as 6 horses in the qualify next week. We'll see how they train on Wednesday. They may need another week before you start saying, Anthony, are they in the qualify, or when are they going to be qualifying? Where at? Relax. I'll tell you right now, they may need one more week. I will make a decision on a case-by-case and horse-by-horse basis when I sit behind them and I train them on Saturday morning. That is what's going to happen moving forward. As many as 6 in the qualify next week, but that may be as little as 0, depending on how all the horses go. I think the ones, if I was to give you the ones that are likely qualifying, I don't see any reason not to qualify Melisandre the way she looked today. Dancing by Myself is going to race. So I would say Melisandre is a yes. Jimboree is a likely. Grand Slam Dio is a likely. Westland Warrior is a likely. Rosetta's racing. So 5. As many as 5 and as little as 0, but I would say the over-under would be somewhere around 2 or 3. So with that, I'm going to let you go. Another good day at the barn. The ones who were acting up yesterday, they had their work pants on again today. The big guy there that jumped on his foot, made a break on Amy yesterday. The creatine called Supermind. He did his work today and actually looked very, very strong. I was really happy with him. Everything is going, knock on wood, cross your fingers, do whatever. The 2-year-olds, the 3-year-olds are going well. We're making it through the spring. It's a good day. It's a good day here at the barn. Hopefully we keep things going today with irresistible sun here in the meadows. It's just spitting rain. I'm about 40 minutes away. We might luck out. Maybe it won't be too bad of a day at the meadows, but it's going to be a nasty night in Northfield. So for all my partners, an irresistible sun, 3-point blue chip qualifying today, hopefully, and all the horses who are likely to race in the mud tonight, good luck. We'll get through it. Take care.